Hey guys, so today I'm doing another storytime video. Prepare to be extremely weirded out and let's get on with the video. So this story happened while I was staying in Bombay and it's a bit of a doozy. But I had just left my job at Nykaa and I was looking for another job. I still hadn't decided that I was going to come back to Kolkata, so I remember contacting an ex-colleague from an older job before Nykaa. He said he needed volunteers to look after animals, and of course I was not going to pass up an opportunity to look after fur babies. So we had a whole conversation over the phone where he was telling me all the things that I needed to do, but then he quickly shifted the topic to how he had a better option, a cooler job opportunity that would be best suited for me. It was apparently related to sales and that would be a piece of cake for me after working at Nykaa. So I asked him more about it and he said that I should attend a seminar where I would be able to grasp the concept properly instead of him having to explain it to me. I really did not have the energy to go attend any kind of seminar, but he kept insisting very calmly and by constantly rephrasing himself. So I thought, what the hell, one seminar couldn't hurt. So the day finally comes and I make my way over to the place where the seminar would be held. Now just letting you know that I will not be disclosing the names of my colleague, the brand that was offering the job, or even the place where the seminar was held, because there's a high chance that this colleague of mine watches my videos. So just to be on the safe side, we're gonna call him Sanjay. So it was an auditorium and before we all went in, Sanjay made me say hi to a bunch of people who were standing outside. They all seemed pretty polite and after that we each received a goodie bag. So I looked into the goodie bag and we all got a beverage, a tiny notepad with a pen and a pamphlet of the brand, which by the way is an MLM. If you don't know what an MLM is, search it on YouTube and you'll know what they are and what they do. So after we went in, I took a seat between Sanjay and his partner because they asked me to do that, and I guess they wanted to be my parents for the day, I don't know. So we waited for about 40 to 45 minutes, after which the program started. For the sake of the story, I'm gonna name the MLM Palm Day. At first, a man comes up on stage and starts introducing the brand, but then he goes on and on about everything the brand has done for the society, which was a bit of a stretch but quite predictable. Then he started randomly calling people up on stage, one after another, and asked each of them to narrate how their life was before joining the brand and how the brand helped them achieve greatness and turn their life around for the better. So for example, the people who would come up on stage would say something like, my mother was dying of a chronic illness and I was unemployed. I needed a well-paid job immediately. A friend of mine saw how miserable I was and offered me a job at the place she was working at, which was Palm Day. I applied for the job and got it immediately, and in 6 months I earned enough to pay off my mother's hospital bills and even get a better apartment for ourselves. So just like that, one after another, random people kept coming up on stage and started talking about how their lives were going to shit, and then joining Palm Day basically saved their lives. And I noticed that all the backstories were pretty dark and depressing. So with that in mind, and the way the audience kept clapping in a weird, monotonous, synchronized way, I started to get really creeped out, and it seemed as if they were probably just paid actors. Their backstories were extremely fabricated. They could just be employees of the MLM itself and were asked to make the company look as good as possible. I also noticed that the anchor or the host would keep repeating the phrase, "Join us," after every little speech that he would give. Like I said, if you don't know what MLMs tend to do, you will find a lot of expose videos on YouTube. You can check them out. I'm not gonna get too much into it because like I said before, I'm a chicken. So after the seminar finally got over, we left the auditorium and a bunch of people came up to me and started asking me about myself, like what I do, where I'm from. They even praised Sanjay for bringing me over. After that, one of the guys from the head of committee apparently came over and started asking me similar questions like where I'm from, what I was looking for in a job, which college I went to and all that. And after he noticed how skittish I was with my responses, because like I said, my anxiety was at its peak, he legit stopped me mid-conversation, put his palm in my face and said, "What? Maybe you're not ready to join us just yet. Give yourself some time and then come back." And then he just walked away. A few weeks later, I contacted Sanjay and I let him know that I wasn't interested. I also thought of telling him that this brand was nothing but a cult that used deception and brainwashing techniques to lure people in and promise them better lives. But I refrained from doing so because I realized he does have an egotistic trait, and if I tried to tell him anything, he would just call me a child and ask me to shut up, and he would even defend the brand like his life depended on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want more storytime videos, please let me know. And if you watched this far, comment, don't join them. Hey guys, so today I am gonna do another storytime video. So this story happened back So this story happened when I was staying. Maybe I'm being all weird. But I had just left my job at Nykaa and I was looking for another job. So like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.